It's Monday morning, got a wagon here. It's one that should have came on Tuesday or Wednesday, but his clutch went on the wagon, so he had to get recovered. And then they put a new clutch in the wagon, but they're obviously still loaded with pellets. So it's come now to weigh off, get rid of it, then he can carry on with his working week as well. We had quite a bit of rain overnight. It's going to be rain for the next few days as well, so I think we're going to have to try and find something to do in the workshop again. Maybe do that drawbar on that trailer that's broken. So, get him weighed in and tipped. Just get him back in there, tip him out in the dry, scoop it into the shed. I think while it's raining we'll sort this drawbar out that's snapped off, so we'll cut it back to about there and then get the other half, cut that square, and then we'll make new plates and rebuild it from the bottom up. Then we can move it around the yard easier and use it for like seed and bits of things and scrap. When I get in that container and it's full of take some pictures for someone and it's up the concrete in front of it, so Richard's just grabbing them out of the way with a grab. They must weigh a couple of tons, picks them up easily. I'm at the new farm now. I'm going to just unload these roofing sheets, and then we're going to try and get this roof on later because we've realised it's going to be raining for the next few days, so we can't do any concrete in the rain. So if we put the roof on first, we can then concrete in the dry, and then we've got a big water tank to pick up as well, so I'm going to get the trailer empty so that we can pick that up before we bring all the plant up this way for lifting the roof sheets on and different things. New wheelbarrow just arrived from Spalding's for moving Charlotte's bed in. I wanted a yellow one in JCB colours, but everywhere was out of stock, so I had to get a black one off Spalding's. Cheap barrow though. Spoked wheels as well. It's what every girl wants for the birthday. Sam's just loading a wagon here with chips, so I'm in the office, so got a bird's eye view from in here because from the cameras. It's a bit steamy. Someone was asking about blue tractors. Here's one for you. Joe's just brought the drainer back, so I'm going to get loads of phone calls tomorrow going, "Now you got your drainer back, can you come and do them drains for me?" Got a bag of lifting straps. 32-foot trailer, so we'll go and try and see if we can pick this this water tank up. Hopefully it's empty because it'll hold 15,000 litres of water, which is 15 tonne. Others merchants. Just picked up a roll of water pipe because we've got a trench open at the moment at the new farm, so we're going to throw a water pipe in at the same time. And luckily I remembered to ring the lads to just check that the nails had arrived for the roof. Anyway, they hadn't. So I've had to get some nails for the roof, well, screws for putting the new roof on. It was a good job I rang because we'd have gone up there, started lifting the roof sheets on. Like, oh, we've got no screws. I'm just washing the spreader off now. It's finished spreading for a bit. We'll see what it looks like. 5 minutes. Hopefully a lot cleaner. Just putting the roof on now with the cherry picker so that we don't have to put all the nets. We're just doing it over hand and then putting the screws in by reaching over. Just makes it a bit quicker. I've not got a phone charger with me. Your phone's about to go flat, but we've probably got about half the roof on now. We're going to see if we can get it all on before it goes dark. I think spring's definitely around the corner. This grass is even starting to grow as well. Just need to mow that bit over there that's a bit got some dead in it, otherwise it'll make not very nice hay. So I want to do that as soon as we can travel on here. So if it's dry tomorrow or the day after we will, but it is supposed to forecast rain. But look at that sky now. Perfect. spreader's all done now, so Sam's going to give the fence a bath. Can't even see what colour the wheels are. Look at that, all shiny and new. Well, it's not really new, but it looks a lot shinier than it did do. Today's quiz question, does anyone know what that is? It's quite light. And did anyone know that that's why tanks are called tanks, as in the tanks with tracks and guns on the top? Because during the war, Churchill decided that he wanted land boats, and what they were going to be was what we now know as tanks. And the code name for the project was that they were, all the steel and all the works was going to make tanks, water tanks, but really they were going to make land boats, which are what they call now model tanks. Right, where the sheets overlap in the corners, you have to cut little triangles out, otherwise you basically end up with 3 sheets on top of each other, because you've got, like, they're the sheets, you've got 2 like that, 1 like that, and then another one overlapping, you know, with a big bump, so you have to cut a little slither out. These are the screws that I had to get today, because did not come in the order. They're quite long, they've got like a drill bit on that drills through this fibre cement, and that clamps onto the timber, and then that makes like a bit bigger hole so that the washer sits better, and then a rubber washer and a metal washer just make it seal, so you can put them in the ridges of the sheets like that, so any water that falls off goes down the sides. Yeah, when you put roof sheets on, that goes like that goes like that, and it overlaps nice. But then when you put the next one on, you end up overlapping that like that, and then that one comes on there like that. You end up with this massive bump there where the profiles don't fit properly. So what you have to do is you have to cut diagonal underneath them across there so that they sit flatter, so that when these go on the top it all sits nice, otherwise you end up with this huge gap. It's starting to go dark now. We've only got half on and I've not even got the ridge on, but it might beat us, I think. We dug this trench out to put a temporary electric feed and a temporary water pipe in from sort of by the house to the new building we're putting up there. So Tony dug it out with his little mini digger, so I'm just going to put it away now. It's a beast. A whole 3/4 of a ton, I think it weighs. Oh no, actually this might be a 1.5 ton digger, this one. His last one was a lot smaller, it'd actually go through a house. But this one won't. Light signals now, so we're just gonna do that last strip tomorrow. The skylight seems a bit fiddly, but should get that done in the morning before it rains too bad. Got red wheels again. Looks smaller now, it's clean. So yesterday's quiz question was in fact welding rods, but no one actually got them completely right, because they're actually Hardox rods for the hard facing steel, so therefore going on the chipper drum when we get a chance to do it. So they do look a little bit like sparklers, but you can also use them for threading cables and holding things shut, which is what some other people guessed as well. You go in this welder, and it looks like a toaster. It's a little inverter welder, and it runs off 240, but it's got 200 amps in it, so it's quite handy for doing like little jobs where you're high up in the cherry picker or something like that, or the churri picker, and it's so light to have it, you don't need gas for when you're welding with it, whereas the MIG welder, the one that runs off the big roll of wire, that needs gas to blow the impurities out the way, whereas arc welders, they have this bit around the outside that helps with that, and then you have to chip it all off, or if you're really good it curls off as you're doing it. It's like a quaver coming off, but I hate arc welding. It's a bit fiddly compared to MIG. Also had another flag arrive today. It's a Cat racing flag. Now we've got a Cat flag there that Caterpillar sent me. We've got a Caterpillar diesel power one. And I can't remember, I ordered this ages ago, like, I don't know, before Christmas, and it was coming from miles away. It's only just arrived or not. But we've now got 3 Cat flags. But Class is still winning with that huge one. Definitely. No JCB yet. Laura from John Bounds, if you're watching, that promised me one. Or a Richard Westman one. That's all for today. Thanks for all the new subscribers, everyone that's clicking like, everyone that's commenting. Don't forget, have a go with the quiz, see if you know what it is. And also, I won't put a picture of a sheep and a lamb on the front cover again, because no one seemed to watch yesterday's video compared to all the other videos. So you're obviously all tractor nuts. So if you're a tractor nut, let me know, and I'll see you tomorrow. Oh yeah, and we might have a new trailer arriving tomorrow as well, but it's not a yellow one.